Korea.
Noodle tour. Noodle, noodle, noodle.
Noodle time, noodle time, noodle, noodle, noodle time. Every kind of noodle in Seoul. Are we about to experience every type of noodle through these people that are actually eating the noodles, not us?
It better not be a lie. I better get to see every type of noodle.
Better. Every single type. Well, yeah. Going into some more Korean street noodle food, and gonna be checking it out, what we can get when we eventually eat some Korean. We've had some Korean like ramen from the Korean store.
Yes, we did. We haven't posted our reactions to it yet, but they were very tasty.
They were very spicy too.
Yes.
But we'll be eating some more in the future as well. So hopefully you enjoy.
Yes.
If you do, subscribe, like the video. More Korea content should be coming. So let's do it. Here we bloody go.
That's a good slurp. I've had mouth-watering noodles all over Asia, and every country does it a little bit differently.
Oh, those are thick.
Those are very thick.
Today we're diving deep into the Korean noodle scene, hunting down some of the most unique dishes you'll find here.
The ice is in the noodle. Have you seen that anywhere else but here? It's my first time.
Luckily, I won't be alone on this noodly adventure.
Hey, June's gonna join me and she's gonna show me what noodles are all about here in Seoul, South Korea.
From instant noodles done up fancy.
People love the taste of that instant noodle, and it's so good that we cannot make the same good taste out of fresh noodles.
To hand-pulled noodles.
Wow.
Every order, basically, he's making new noodles, and every time.
Today we're going
So
all
many
out in
noodles.
Seoul, South Korea.
Noodle is a fun
I
one.
don't know. What do you think's better? Already processed noodles or homemade noodles?
For spaghetti noodles, definitely homemade noodles, but maybe these noodles are better than the noodles that I noodle.
Sometimes you just gotta noodle it up, bro.
Yeah.
7-Eleven, baby.
You can't talk about noodles in Korea without talking about instant noodles. And 7-Eleven is the mecca of all things instantly noodly.
Here at the 7-Eleven, they have a whole aisle
Jeez.
dedicated to just noodles.
I guess more than maybe 30 kinds, 20 kinds.
When I was a kid growing up in Minnesota,
noodles.
we had ramen. Our choices were like cow,
Chicken.
or shrimp.
Those are literally the ones.
Yeah.
And we're from Minnesota
We had
too.
ramen.
That's literally
Our
the
choices
only
were
ones
like cow.
I've ever seen. Yeah, and where we live, our like whole life, this is pretty much the ramen that you could get. Was this kind? You put it in your little boiling pot and then.
And I would say it was like 60-70% chicken most of the time is what people had.
Oh yeah, definitely. All I had was chicken. I don't think I've ever even had beef.
I don't know if I've ever seen beef even.
Yeah, true. But yeah, and there was nothing else but like flakes and the noodles.
Yeah.
And that's what we get here. And it's ramen, and it's like 50 cents.
Yeah, it's very cheap. It's alright, it's decent.
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
Chicken or shrimp. It was sad.
Here they have noodles of all kinds. Salty, cheesy, hot, wet,
Oh,
Yeah, that one.
creamy,
Yeah.
even
Chumchi mayo? Tuna and mayonnaise noodles. What is going on
what?
here? I think we have to get this one.
It's actually good.
The best compliment you can get is actually, and then a positive thing. Like when people talk about my show. Oh, it's actually funny. Thanks. What is the difference between ramyeon and bibimbap?
So ramen is like the one with a lot of soup, and then bibimbap is like a paste. So you just mix the paste with the noodle. It doesn't have any soup.
Some people in the US don't even know about this. You can steam the noodles, strain out the water. And after that, you mix all this together.
After the noodles are soft and strained, we pour in some dry seasoning. Add in some brown mayonnaise.
I mean, guys, are we eating at a 5-star
Brown
restaurant? I can't
mayonnaise.
even tell.
Before we dig in, Heijun shows me a life-saving noodle hack.
You fold this one into half, and then again.
What?
Now that's a plate.
It's a little conical
Weird.
bowl. Of all my time having
Whoa.
lived in this country.
Who did we
Saw
see
that.
doing that?
Blackpink.
Rosé?
Yeah, rosé.
Yeah. And we were like, what is she doing? Is
Yeah,
she-
she's just filling it with it.
Seen that. So I can just pull it from here.
Yes?
Like it's a dish and put it in my little bowl. That's freaking awesome. And it feels fancier somehow. Tuna, mayonnaise, noodles. Let's do it.
It's good.
I like it. It's like crazy salty, of course. All these are gonna be. Oh, that's a good slurp. I like the mayo. It's creamy.
Very adequate amount of tuna. It's not like really fishy.
Also an adequate amount of MSG. Is there MSG?
Yes, MSG.
I love this little cup thing.
As long as you follow the cooking directions, if you've got a couple of bucks and some steaming hot water, there's no way to go wrong in the 7-Eleven noodle section.
Oh, baby.
Oh,
We just have to get a hotel next to a 7-Eleven in Korea.
yeah.
We won't even
Up
have to eat
next,
anything else.
Korea's
Yeah.
legendary cold
Very healthy.
noodle. Naengmyeon originated in North Korea and became widely popular after the Korean War. I'm headed to a Korean fast food joint, or a bunshik, known as kimbap chungguk, to check it out.
Kimbap.
It's the only noodle I've seen anywhere in Asia that they actually have ice in the broth. We're gonna go inside right now and see how they make it. We are in the kimbap chungguk kitchen. She's making the noodles for the naengmyeon. So look, it's gotta
Whoa.
start out hot because we gotta cook the noodles and then we cool it down. So right here, she's straining the noodles and washing them off. Oh, and there it is, the classic stainless steel bowl. So it's just this massive clump of noodles here. Oi, opshi.
Oopsie.
Opshi. Yeah, please no cucumber.
On top of the noodles, we've got some pickled radish, a red sauce composed mainly of red chili paste, and then an icy radish broth, topped with egg and
Interesting.
sesame seeds. You can get a dry version that is very similar called naengmyeon, or mixed cold noodle, but I've opted for the icy broth.
From here, we're gonna mix it all up. It's such a
Nice.
beauty. I hate to
Weird.
break it apart, but here we go. Seriously, it's like tightly wound. It
Could
is like
be.
a bird's nest.
Usually these noodles would be cut for easier eating, but they can be eaten as is, as a symbol of longevity of life and good health. Benefits also received by hitting the like button.
It's impossible to
Wait.
pull it apart. It's all just one
That is
giant
so
long piece.
much.
And this noodle, it comes from the kudza root, everybody. Everyone knows the kudza. Everyone knows this root.
That's
from
my
when-
favorite
from
root.
Oh, it's the
When
kudzu,
you
right?
grew up, and that's why it's dark in color.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Really not strong flavors at all. What I like about it is the texture. It's just super chewy. It's cool, it's refreshing. The only thing is it gets a bit unwieldy, and I think I just figured out the right way to eat it.
Scissors
Well,
time.
so much for longevity.
That is naengmyeon. That is the ice cold noodle here in Korea.
I like Korea's like food scissors that they have.
Yeah, they use that for. We saw that in the Korean Englishman. They just chop off the beef.
Yeah,
I
we
mean, it
don't-
seems useful.
We don't have that here. Everything's just whoosh.
It seems much easier
I mean-
than setting it down.
Maybe chefs and like kitchens here use them. We just don't realize it. Maybe at like
Yeah.
Applebee's they're just chopping
Maybe.
off chicken strips. But
They are pretty crazy at Applebee's.
yeah, they just. Bah, 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 bah.
Reunified with Haejun, we're headed to a place some call Eat Street. A street lined with affordable entree-wielding eateries, including this place, Ramyeon Jampang.
What is jampang?
It's like a small store. It's like a really small shop, but then it has those unique flavors, our old memories of ramyeon.
Unlike Japan, you'll never find freshly blanched Korean ramen noodles.
Korean ramyeon cannot be a fresh noodle, but it's the fried noodle itself. It's all instant noodles.
Korean ramen
Interesting.
means instant noodles,
What the
and no
heck
one
is
does
that
it better
thing?
than
Don't
this
know.
place. Like this picturesque sundubu ramyeon, noodles with soft tofu and spicy broth.
Tofu.
I know they use
Ah.
shin ramyeon, right?
It's like a national ramyeon. It's like the most famous and the most original, most basic ramyeon. The
Okay.
Shin Chinese character for Shin itself means spicy.
Oh,
Great. So we can't eat that.
Inside the restaurant, the whole menu is here on the wall with a million different toppings: cheese, kimchi, curry, miso, like doenjang.
So you can think as you're choosing a base, and then you can also add different toppings. So it says rice cake, cheese, egg, dumpling, and more. You only have to pay like 500 won.
Today I'm getting bulgogi ramyeon with added rice cake and egg. She's gonna get the curry ramen with cheese.
Can you ask her, is that a pretty good order? Do we seem like pretty professional at this? What do you think?
괜찮으신 것 같으세요, 조합이? 괜찮아요.
네, 괜찮아요. 맛있는데
I'm not sure you translated what I actually said.
Each order is made in a clay pot with shin ramyeon, a spicy noodle that this shop considers to be spice level 0. From there, the spice
What?
scale goes all the way
Whoa.
up to level 10.
She said 2, I say 3. 3. I can't believe it goes up to 10.
Yeah, I thought Shin ramen would be like 5.
The curry ramyeon gets shin ramyeon seasoning, carrot, potato, water, curry powder, and mushroom. Once
Wow.
it's almost almost finished, it's topped
Whoa.
with a slice of cheese. The
What the-
bulgogi ramyun gets some extra rice cake, bulgogi
It's
sauce.
like a Kraft single piece of cheese
Yeah,
too.
literally just laid right on top of it, like you're making a grilled cheese.
Interesting. It's interesting how Korea has like some of those like things that we would have thought were like American aspects, like processed Kraft singles cheese. Whereas I feel like in like Europe, especially Italy, they'd be like, "What is this?
only cheese I grow in my backyard."
Yeah.
You grow cheese in the ground, right?
Sliced beef, water, and some level 3 spices. Once it's piping hot and the noodles soften, she tosses in an egg with a final garnish of mushroom. Now that is a work of art.
Wow.
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Just amazing. 예뻐요.
This is my first time trying Korean
Whoa.
ramen.
It looks awesome. Bam, put it in the spoon, blow on it.
Those mushrooms.
I'm gonna put a
I've
little
never seen
bit
anything
of
like
bulgogi
that.
on top. You ready?
That was in food. I feel like those are the mushrooms I see in like
Wow.
nature documentaries
Tastes
that
so
grow
good.
really
That's
fast.
delicious. It's definitely
Yeah,
a
it
level
shows in the
3.
time
It
lapse.
still
Yeah.
maintains that shin ramyun broth flavor, and I have an egg hiding somewhere. Oh, there it is. Yeah, baby. The egg for me is classic. You got to get the egg in there.
It's so good.
You have to like construct the most beautiful bite possible because this is a food show. Oh, and then we get like a piece of duck on there. We'll put some of the bulgogi on there. Has she ever seen a bite this beautiful?
She never actually get to see how people eat because she was so busy here.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's so famous.
Right. Let's take a bite of this beautiful bite.
Yum.
It's so good, salty, spicy, all those comforting Korean flavors in there. Do you guys want to know anything else about this noodle? We just kind of want to eat it now without you here, without you watching us. Is that okay? Next up, more noodles.
More noodles.
I love noodles.
Noodle.
Last up, Chinese noodles. Well, they're not exactly Chinese.
Like
What,
the
there's some
US has
clammers
its
in
version
there?
of Chinese food, and Korea has its own version of Chinese food too. And two very prevalent noodles you'll see all over Korea are jjajangmyeon and jampong. But not only are they making those noodles, but they're also making those noodles.
For each order, the owner of this shop whips
Ooh.
up some fresh noodles made from wheat flour and water. It doesn't get any fresher than this.
So first time he tried
I would eat
jjajangmyeon,
that
he thought it
dough.
was so good that he got interested, and as he got more interested, he got to know many other Chinese food, and he got to study it.
Each of these dishes, jjajangmyeon and jampong, have been here for over 100 years, changing a lot from their original form.
We're in the kitchen right now. We're gonna make this
Whoa.
sauce for the jjajangmyeon, and it starts right here in this skillet. Did I say skillet? I meant wok. It starts with this wok. It's got some oil in there, and then he's throwing in some ground pork. When there is this much fire involved,
Whoa.
you
Jeez.
know it's gonna be cool. Fire equals delicious.
He was asking what kind of job you have.
This is it right here, buddy. Tons of onion going in right now, and these are gonna get
Whoa, that's a
crazy
lot of onion.
caramelized inside of there. Next, putting in some salt
Some seasonings,
and some sugar.
and now the most basic paste. It's made out of the bean.
That is what's going to give it the dark color. That bean paste has been fermented a little bit. It has kind of a nutty smell. Even more. Yeah,
Nutty.
buddy, load it up. You know
Nutty.
you're in a good kitchen when there's no measuring cups, okay? He just knows. He feels it.
With the sauce complete, the noodle master gets to pulling his noodles.
I want the Noodle Master
is gonna
title.
go and get blanched inside there.
Finally, the most stunning bowl of jjajangmyeon I've ever met. He also whips up one of the other Chinese Korean classics, jampong, starting with chili oil, cabbage, wood ear mushroom, and some other plant life. Then chili powder, chicken stock, and finally seafood, including clams, mussels, and squid. This spicy blend is poured on top of a freshly pulled bundle of noodles. Time to eat.
I'm going to dig into this jjajang. We got to mix it all up, right? You got to really work it, guys.
Whoa.
Massage that sauce back around. What do you think?
The sauce is
good.
so much of it.
A nice
Yeah, it is.
noodly bite.
Hey.
Let's go for it.
So good.
It has a wonderful fresh chewiness to it. Like a ton of onion coming through. I think the fermented bean gives it a bit of smoky flavor. It's unreal that he's just making this for each new customer.
The noodle's so fresh.
That's a good slurp. Do you want to switch?
Yeah.
You just gotta navigate your way around the bowl. There's a lot of shells in there. Don't eat the shells. But then there's also these like big pieces of ojinga. Here, look at that squid
Whoa.
coated with that broth. I'm
Oh,
gonna try that out.
squid.
Chewy. Let's try out some nudes.
Okay.
Some dudes.
Nudes.
I feel like we'd say. Some noodles.
Because like jjajangmyeon can be too salty sometimes.
Right.
But then it has that perfect taste.
It's a little spicy, it's savory, it's seafoody, and it's just got tons of meat chunks inside. We should have one more slurp off. Slurping in the US, it might be considered a little bit rude, but over here, it's almost like a compliment.
It's showing that you're enjoying the food so much.
And so I think we need to have a slurp off.
A
Who
slurp off.
enjoys it the most? You guys judge who is the winner of the slurp off.
Oh my, he's got a thick.
You had the longer slurp.
I almost inhaled it.
You win.
Oh no, I think you still got me.
That was a life-threatening slurp.
It was a wild day, but I want to say thank you so much for your time and joining me on this
Thank you.
Noodle Week
That's
today
shade.
here in Seoul, South Korea. And for you guys, I want to let you know
Your hands
this
are very
video was
warm.
possible by
Thank you.
one trip.
You're welcome.
One trip is the
My
highest
hands are always warm. Like some people's hands get super cold. Mine are always warm.
Mine get cold a lot.
I just have that hot blood, you know?
You're a hot-blooded animal.
Hot blooded! Is it? That's a song, right? Hot blooded, hot blooded. Meh, meh. I think that's a song.
Sure.
Well,
Noodles.
Noodles. I want to eat some noodles now. Actually, I don't. I'm really
I'm
full.
very full.
But it looks really good. I'm really intrigued to try like ramen from a store in Korea, like a restaurant store, because we've got it like stuff that's been imported from Korea at an actual like Korean grocery store here, and it was really good.
It was so much better than the Maruchan stuff that we've had before.
Yeah.
It was so much better.
so much better.
Just the noodle quality. The noodles, dude.
The noodles. You gotta get those nudes. You gotta eat them up and then be like, oh, it's too spicy.
Yeah, that was our reaction.
Yeah, and we're bad. We're really bad with spice. So if let us know what are the least spicy ones that still taste like they're spicy but they're not spicy. 'Cause
Just give a little tingle.
I like the spicy taste, but it hurts my face a lot.
Yeah, and the bowels.
Yes, definitely. And I mean, in the video of us eating it that isn't posted yet, I'm trying to eat more and more because like, oh, it's good. And it's just, it hurts.
Our lips were very red.
Yeah. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Just learning about some nudes in South Korea. So let us know what other stuff we should check out next. See you in the next one. Bye.